Hey, welcome to Wind Down Wednesdays. I'm author Bria S, and thanks for tuning in. Today's topic is going to be narcissistic men, aka fuck boys. Fuck boys. Ooh, child. Been there, done that. Never again. These personality types really, they don't know love. And a lot of times as women, we think that we can change somebody, or we see the potential in these people or individuals, whatever you want to call them, and they want to change for us because we want to love them so hard. We think that they are our project, when really you're giving all this attention to somebody and you forget about yourself. That's the most toxic thing that you can ever do to yourself, is give up on yourself for the love of somebody else, especially for somebody that does not know how to love. You are never going to reap back what you think you are in that situation. Many people today walk around in adult bodies with a hurt little child still on the inside of them. That little child only becomes a hurt adult. And hurt people hurt other people. So really, in my opinion, the problem is when hurt people, it's like they trying to protect their egos pretty much, or they trying to protect this inner self that they have had to build up over the years. And they inadvertently use other people that they're supposed to love and protect. They don't do that because they really don't know how to. And then they get in a relationship and it's like they repeating the same cycle that was done to them as children. Most of the time it stems from childhood. I mean, it could come from adulthood, but 9 times out of 10, it's coming straight from childhood, whether their father wasn't there, their mothers wasn't there, or anything like that. Or they felt like they've been abandoned for the most part. Or, just somebody might have been on drugs, or their moms, if they were raised by a single mom, their moms might have chosen men over them or brought different men in and out of their households or things like that, or their fathers just wasn't there. They weren't there. Their egos always have to be fed because they don't know how to love. They don't know how to love properly at all. It's all about them because it was never about them when they were growing up. They look for validation in so many ways. I mean, definitely from their friends, definitely from the people that they're supposed to be loving. They're always going to have moments of feeling depressed. Oh, I'm feeling bad. This ain't working. That ain't working. Oh, I need to do this. I need more money. A lot of times they either like really poor, or they're like really addicted to money, or hustling or grinding or stuff like that. Not saying anything against the hustlers and grinders, but it's always a balance. And these people, they don't know nothing about balance. It's all about them. They're going to go to whatever extent that it is, and they're just going to get what they want when they want it. They're always going to have a new friend, or they're always going to have a new girl. They could have a girlfriend, and then it's 10 other women in the lineup. Always, guaranteed. But they look for so much approval within others that is very unhealthy. But what they don't realize is they're making a fool of themselves because their need for validation is so rampant and it's so unhealthy. They don't care who they are getting involved with. They just want to use. There is no such thing as integrity or loyalty in their vocabulary. Once they get what they achieve from out of you, they are gone. See, these are the type of people that'll text you after a month of not talking to you, or calling themselves ignoring you without even giving you an explanation as to why all of a sudden they don't have any type of communication with you after you just help them out so much. They may send you a text message like, "What are you doing? I miss you. Do not allow for yourself to be manipulated like that. They are great, great, great at what they do. Do not determine that that is love that they are giving. Do not convince yourself that they are giving you love when they are really using and manipulating you. You may have a gracious heart, you may have a very open heart, and they recognize that and they feed off of it. One thing I have realized about these individuals, they display a lot of early signs. One could be they're always in drama. Drama surrounds them. Drama is really attention for them. Attention in any kind of way, it feeds their soul, it feeds their personality. They need it to keep going. They can be somewhat also controlling. It's like they have a high need for control. They can really be demeaning, or they can be a bully to their partner. They are deeply insecure. Their need for constant praise and emotional support is a little uncanny. It could get to be a bit much for the average person. Like they may always need to have that voice next to them that they just don't have on their own. They also don't like change, or they become very stressed in difficult situations or new environments. They have an exaggerated sense of self-importance. They just feel very entitled for some reason to certain things or certain people. They feel entitled a lot of times to take advantage of people, which is very unfair. And they a lot of times suggest being in relationships very quickly, which is a bit weird. Generally are attracted to partners that have resources or something that they like, or that something that they can admire or something like that. And really, for the most part, I've seen where they really love women that are doing well for themselves. You know, the independent woman, the classic independent woman, they love them. Based off of my experience with these type of people, you have to set boundaries, big boundaries. But also, if you feel like you want to get all the way through, go through all the way with the process because you're so in love with this person, my suggestion would be, one, recognize what it is for what it truly is. Two, create a safe space for them to be their authentic selves, because they cannot hide behind this mask that they've been hiding behind or think they've been hiding behind but for so long. And have an open and honest communication, honest from your behalf, because we already know that they're liars, but allow for them to communicate. Ask questions, ask a lot of questions, because the truth is going to be within all the answers. And you're going to share your feelings as well, to a certain extent, because these people, they don't deserve all of you. But I believe in leaving my mark on people. So you want to know a little bit about me, even though I know you playing. And then 4, leave them alone. See them for what they are. Because my thing is, you can take that lesson from somebody and move forward. Because regardless of any of this, even though I've been in a few relationships with these type of people, I've been blessed beyond measures because of these relationships. It caused me to do my own healing. And that's the biggest problem within this. And you know how a lot of times we feel like we may be with somebody, or we'll meet somebody that we be like, I'm not even attracted to this person. They a liar, they a cheater. You know, I don't even know why I'm with this man or with this woman. No, you are very much so attracted to that person, because within you, you got the same hurt little child within you. And it needs to be healed in order for you to move on to the next phase in your life. Heal it. And that's the only thing that God is calling for you to do. And while you're attracted, your being, I should say, is attracted. The spirit within you is attracted to this person. And that's why they right there in front of your face to teach you that lesson. Recognize it for what it is. Understanding your own value and your own worthiness will allow for you to really understand that you need to leave this person alone. That is my biggest suggestion. I won't say that every person you come across in this lifetime is a waste of time, but dealing with somebody like this is never going to be permanent. They are never going to be permanent fixtures in your life unless you allow for them to be. And more than likely, they are not. Every day is a soul search. You know, it's nothing wrong with taking time out for yourself, developing your being as a woman, as an individual, just anything. Find your clarity, find your purpose, live with passion, be kind to yourself. A lot of times we're harder on ourselves than what God is. If you don't have love and respect for self, the world will always feel like it's defeating you.